Welcome back to Ravens Today. I'm your host, Connor Gioffreda, giving you all the latest updates on anything and all things Ravens. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's dive into the latest Ravens news I have for you today. So, indefinitely out for weeks because of an injury, Kyle Van Noy. It's unfortunate. KVN had a career year last season on the Ravens, and now he's out indefinitely. But this is why you draft pass rushers. Next man up. And now we will probably get a lot more Mike Green in the lineup. Mind you, I like Kyle Van Noy. I think that he's a great veteran presence for the pass rush and a great veteran presence in general for the Ravens defense. Him being out for a few weeks is a blow, but at the end of the day, we got to try and see who can fill that position while he's gone. Looking to Mike Green for that, because I'm hoping Mike Green gets a couple of sacks in the games that he replaces Van Noy in, and then hear me out on this: replaces Owe on the right side or the left side, if we're looking at it the other way, because I've seen a lot more pressure from Mike Green than I have from Adave Owe so far this season. Mind you, the season is early, so again. It's unfortunate that KVN is going to be out for a couple of weeks with the injury. But next man up, and hopefully we see, again, more Mike Green, more reps for the young stud, and just looking for that first sack from Green. It'll be beautiful. It'll be like a freight train out of nowhere, just slips behind the offensive lineman, and just bam, right there, But again, speedy recovery to Kyle Van Noy. Moving on here, so Ravens have mentioned that they're going to be adding more Tez Walker reps for him. They're going to be adding a lot more reps for Tez Walker, especially after 2 catches, 2 touchdowns for him in the Ravens home opener against the Browns. Last time any significant wide receiver did that was Torrey Smith. His first few catches as a Raven were touchdowns. I'm just saying, there's like a connection there. Maybe Tez Walker is the guy that the Ravens go, we could definitely see him as a star later in the future, because everyone on the opposing teams have overlooked him. He had a fantastic camp. He was one of the best wide receivers in the camp. I even mentioned when we were going through the camps for OTAs and stuff like that. I said Tez Walker is going to be a stud. I said LaJohntay Wester is going to be a stud, and we're seeing flashes of those. LaJohntay Wester almost had that breakout against the Browns in that punt return. Wester had 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. Okay. So I'm all for this. Add more Tez Walker to the lineup. I want to see him get more touchdown catches because the Browns lost him. He just is a fantastic route runner, and that's why he got those 2 touchdowns, because Lamar Jackson sees him wide open. He doesn't always go to Zay Flowers or Bateman or Andrews or Likely. He sees that Walker, he knows he's going to get a touchdown from Walker. All for this game plan here. Let's add more Tez Walker to the lineup, please. Moving on, so a bit of a history maker right here. Lamar Jackson. Come on. League of his own. There's no one better than Lamar Jackson as an NFL player and as a quarterback. Lamar Jackson's start of the 2024 season, last year, has 32 touchdown passes over 10-plus air yards. Most in the NFL. 10 more than the next closest quarterback. 10 more. That's insane. I'm just I'm still at a loss for why people believe that he's still running back, that he's still Lamar RB, whatever whatever. It's laughable at this point. Not to mention, best passer rating in NFL history at 102.6, and most QB rush yards in NFL history at 6,256 yards. That's counting. We're in year 8, people. Year 8. Lamar Jackson has 10 plus years left in his career. Year 8. There's nobody that's going to touch those, especially that rushing yards record. Nobody's going to touch those records for years to come. Okay? Lamar Jackson, stand by this, is the best quarterback, the best NFL player in the NFL. We are seeing something that we will probably never see again. And it's still mind-boggling to me that people still are like, Lamar Jackson can't throw. Has 10 plus more touchdowns on 10 plus yard throws through the air. So I'm confused on where this statistic is coming from. Is everyone living in 2018? Like I'm just so confused here. But whatever. I'm just a fan, and these people might be smarter than me because they rely on stats that are from 8 years ago. Whatever. But whatever. Moving on here. So Ravens are favored for Monday night. Are the favorites to win the Lions game Monday night, but not by much. Minus 1.5 so far against the spread. I don't want anyone to think that third time's the charm for the Lions. Lions are a good team, but they got rid of their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator. Mind you, they had a great game against the Bears, but it's also against the Bears. It's like, does this even count type of thing? They got the brakes beaten off of them against the Packers in their Week 1 game, and the Packers are looking very legit as a contender. So, like these people that are saying the Ravens will finally get their comeuppance against the Lions because the last 2 meetings the Ravens have blown them out completely. I must say hold on, because mind you, the Ravens offense looked off last season, but the Ravens are always good at adjustments. They're always good at making adjustments. And mind you, and before anyone says Derrick Henry could never get the run game going, because the Browns knew going into that game, they knew that they had to stop Derrick Henry. They were able to stop Derrick Henry, but they weren't able to stop Lamar Jackson. It's like, again, living in 2018 where you make Lamar throw the ball. Yes, it was a little bit weird to see him have a few miscues on throwing the ball, but other than that, Lamar threw it and connected beautifully on some passes to DeAndre Hopkins, Walker, Flowers. It wasn't exactly a huge problem. Again, I will admit it that he looked off, but again, Ravens are also good at adjusting. Lamar was probably throwing his helmet in the locker room during halftime. I would if I was missing throws like that. But again, I think the Ravens being the favorite in this game is valid. Lions don't have the rushing defense the Browns have, and frankly speaking, their passing defense isn't as good either. But I'm just saying, because I'm also sympathetic towards the Lions, that they know how to be creative. But at the same time, because I'm a Ravens fan, I'm a little bit biased, they lost their offensive coordinator to the Bears and their defensive coordinator to the Jets last season. Kind of hard to, reproduce the magic that they once had. So, I think I'm all for the Ravens being the favored here, but we'll have to wait and see on come game night. Thank you for tuning into Ravens today. I'm your host, Connor Gioffreda. Again, subscribe to the channel, like the video. I will catch you all later.